They get a big win.
Nothing to do with it.
And now they got to go face.
Correct. Blazers take this one behind Deni Avdija's ridiculous performance. Finished with his first ever 40-10 game in the play-in tournament. 41 points to be exact. For the Suns, Devin Booker and Jalen Green combined for 57 points, but it just wasn't enough. Here's Drew Holiday after the win.
Drew, congratulations. Your trip to the playoffs earned. Back and forth there down the stretch. Can you walk me through that final defensive possession that made the difference?
Somebody did a good job of playing Book. For a second there, it kind of seemed like I had a layup, but somebody got back in front of him. And then, honestly, I should have stayed with my man even more. But I think I just tried to get a good contest, and from there we got the rebound.
As a two-time champ yourself, you understand what's required at this time of year. What is it that this team showed you about yourselves?
Pride, most of all. Is pride to come out here and play, knowing that at All-Star break, this is the position we wanted to be in so that we'd have this chance, and we took care of business.
Drew, Deni with a 40 ball in a position like this. What makes him so special? You've had an up-close look to him all season long.
We needed him the whole game. Him just being him. Turbo is like no other. How he puts pressure on the paint, how he can knock down the three, and how he gets everybody else open shots. He does everything for us.
I know you're going to celebrate this one for a moment, and rightfully so, but you earn a matchup with the San Antonio Spurs there in the first round. What are your initial thoughts?
We're going to have to go and watch film, take care of business, be able to lock it in the keys that we need to lock into, and go out there and play the type of Portland basketball that we play.
Drew, congratulations.
Thank you.
So here's what's next for the Blazers. They'll face the Spurs in the first round of the playoffs. Portland won 1-2 against San Antonio this season. This is the first time the Blazers make the playoffs since 2021. So the Blazers trailed by 11 at one point in the fourth, but Deni Avdija put the team on his back. How was he able to turn this game around for Portland, IT?
Just putting pressure on the defense every time down. Like he made a play not only for himself, but for his teammates with 12 assists as well. So 41 points, 12 assists. He gave the Phoenix Suns the full package. Every time that Phoenix made a run, he capitalized on the other end, whether it was a big-time three, whether it was an and one. He just settled the Portland Trail Blazers down, and he led that group to a win. And you got to give a shout-out to him because he didn't back down at all. That Phoenix Suns kept throwing things at the Portland Trail Blazers, and he was the answer to what they were doing each and every time down.
He low-key knew it, too.
Yeah, and IT hit on it. He didn't back down. He didn't back down from the opponent. And he didn't back down to the refs either, which I got a little bit concerned about.
Especially with 20 seconds left.
Yeah, he was going at the ref, and Drew Holiday and the guys had to push him away. Like, this is not the time, young fella. Come on. But no, he brought the energy, he brought the intensity, and he was on all night. That level of aggressiveness and urgency. That's what's needed when you're talking about this is not a do or die, because the Phoenix Suns now, they're going to wait the opponent of between the Clippers and Warriors now to fight for that 8th seed.
Right.
But this is what play-in atmosphere is right here. And again, shout out to the Portland Trail Blazers advancing to the playoffs.
Yeah.
I guess the downside of that is they got to face Wemby and those boys now. So hey,
good luck.
That's why they play the game. Though.
Yeah,
I will say, you got to remember with Deni Avdija, he's never played in the postseason. I mean, how much of a problem can he be in his playoff debut?
He could be a problem because he has the utmost confidence. Like, he's not tripping on if it's the All-Star game, the play-in game. He's going out there and playing, and he's probably played in real high-level games back home and overseas. So playing in this atmosphere is nothing new to him, and he showed that tonight.
What a night for Jalen Green. This is your cue.
Fresno.
I'll take it from you, MJ. I'll take it from you.
Tough postseason last year for him, but what did he show you in this?
MJ, but we didn't get to talk about it, but I told y'all that he is the X factor in this game for the Phoenix Suns. Yeah. I felt like if there was going to be somebody that needed to step up, particularly on the offensive end, I thought it was going to have to be him. Mm-hmm. He definitely did that. He was hitting his shots, cutting, reading real nice, going back door, slashing and getting to the basket. So he was definitely the force that they needed. And I know for sure he wanted that last three to go in. I think he might have been a little bit trying to foul bait on that, so he kind of fell, after he shot the shot. But at the end of the day, I think he stepped up, and ultimately, man, it was Denver and Portland.
Yeah, no
they had a game plan, executed, And now they're off to the playoffs.
What more do we need to see out of Phoenix, especially as they're fighting?
I'm not sure. It's tough because they, like Chris said, they played a great game, especially at home. Jalen Green played well. Dylan Brooks played well. Devin Booker played good as well. I think we need more out of their supporting cast. We know those three guys are going to really lead that group, but the supporting cast has to do a lot better in terms of them getting a win to make the playoffs because, like I said, we know what those three guys are going to do each and every night, but the supporting cast has to be right. And I think Devin Booker has to somehow find a way to get some threes, make some threes. He was 0 for 2 tonight, and that's not enough for somebody who can score so well like himself.
Yeah, bench points. You know, the Portland had, I believe, like 32 or 33 bench points to Phoenix's, what's that?
Well, you know, in the mid of the season, but I think he was very positive tonight, guarded, was better on defense, made some shots.
Get Book the ball and get our spacing around him. He drove it. Jalen's got help. He made the right play. Got a pretty good look. Holiday got a great contest. Then we were crashing on that. We ended up getting a rebound, got stripped.
Add on that was obviously Denny had the huge game, and I just wanted to get your thoughts on the line of thinking of having Jordan Goodwin guard him. There was a stretch that Dylan was on him and had some pretty good success, but I'm curious what made you go with Goodwin on him, and maybe why not more Dylan on Denny?
Yeah, part of that fourth quarter, DB had his 5th foul. That was a portion of it. Even on the last play, you know, they ran the action to then get the switch. To, you know, if you could see the stack in front, we had matched up. And then again, got to the right hand. The whole goal was to try to keep him off that thing. He's elite at getting to it. Give credit to him. 41 points, 12 assists. I thought he was phenomenal. His size, his strength, his ability to get to the free throw line in key moments. So credit to him.
Coach, there was a bit of a build-up on Portland's end on the comeback midway through the fourth, and then it went to the small ball lineup to close it. What did you see shift from what you all saw success with offensively prior to then, and what kind of went downhill after that?
Yeah, I think some of the fourth quarter offense comes down to, get your matchup who you want, similar to how they did it. We get the space around them. I thought, at times we definitely could have got space better in that moment, but it really came down to stops. I thought all night we really struggled to keep them out of the paint, which they're elite at. We shored up the offensive rebounding piece there for a portion of time. We kept them to one shot. Our one-shot defense was pretty good early. It was really the offensive rebounds or the team rebounds they kept getting there in the first half. So, again, it comes down to this. We talk about possession game, lost a possession game, 2 4-point game, lost a possession game by 3. So some of those key moments we weren't able to come up with one, or we weren't able to get an offensive rebound when we mightily needed it.
When it comes to offensively and taking the mid-range jumpers with your 3 prolific scorers in there, but trying to spur ball movement, get some threes up, how'd you like that balance in the first half, and how you guys maybe change things in the second half to get more up?
Yeah, you're always just trying to find high-quality shots. Obviously, they take away the three-point lines, top 5 in that. They really force you inside to their 5s. There's probably some windows that we missed, spraying the ball out for some high-quality shots, but there's got to be a mix of it, especially this time of year. Driving the ball is so important. Can we get to the rim a couple more times? Can we spray out a couple more times just to minimize some of that? But we have 3 really, good scorers in the mid-range. That's what they do. So we'll definitely take a look at that.
The 2-corner 3 in front of your guys' bench, was that a coverage mistake?
All right. Big moments all throughout this. I thought Coach was pretty upfront with what he saw tonight for sure. I hear we do have some sound from Denny Avdia, who was also at the podium.
Kind of scored.
You guys were trailing by 11 points, I think, with about 7 minutes left. How did you guys kind of regroup and get back into it?
I feel like, we kept our composure, and I think back in the beginning of the season, we weren't very disciplined in staying together and finishing games, and I feel like we showed character today. We showed growth, we showed character, we showed we're capable of keeping our composure, and and making winning plays. We didn't give up the whole game. That's what matters.
Hey, Danny Eliab by Sports 360 AZ. אני עם ספורט 360 אריזונה, אני אדבר באנגלית ובעברית. קודם כל, מה הרגשה שאתה משחק ככה, 41 נקודות בפליין, בבמה כזאת? What is the feeling when you put up this kind of performance in the plane, in a stage like this?
Do you want me to answer in English or Hebrew?
You do Hebrew and then English.
אני מרגיש שקודם כל אין לי מילים לאיזה תחושות יש לי כרגע לעלייה פעם ראשונה בשבילי לשחק בפלייאוף, ובשביל החבר'ה האלה עבדנו כל כך קשה כל העונה בשביל להגיע לאן שאנחנו, איפה שאנחנו נמצאים היום. ואתה יודע, חלק ממה שאני עושה זה פשוט להיות אגרסיבי ולשחק את המשחק שלי. אני לא כל כך מסתכל על הנקודות, אני מסתכל על הניצחון הגדול שהיה פה. And as I said, I feel like I'm so happy for the guys. We worked so hard. We had ups and downs, and it wasn't an easy year for us. And coming here to a playing game and beating the 7th seed and go to the playoffs, it's like the best thing that ever happened to me in my career till so far. So hopefully.
When you think back to after the first game of the season and when the adversity started to strike you guys, flash forward now in the season that you've been through, is there a way to sum up what this moment means, how hard the fight was?
I feel like it wasn't easy for us. It wasn't easy for anybody. We love Chauncey. He was a great coach, and we just stayed together. I feel like Thiago came in, took over, brought the energy every single night, wanted us to succeed. He believed in each and every single one of us, and it paid out. It paid out even when we didn't feel like we have anything. Even nights that we didn't win or we were on losing streaks, I feel like looking back and seeing where we at right now, I mean, job is not done yet, but it's definitely progress and something very, very nice to see.
Teddy, what was it like to play in this game, just from this physicality standpoint? I mean, there was a lot going both ways. How hard is it to maintain your style of play in a game like that, and not yours specifically, but just as a team, and then also maintain your composure when it's so physical?
I mean, as you said, I think it was a physical game, and they brought the juice, they brought the energy. They really they played good defense. It was a scrappy game, but in the end of the day, the team that keeps their composure together and succeed to just be aggressive and make the shots wins at the end. Defensively we're very detailed. Offensively, everybody played with confidence and shot the ball. And I think it was just a big team win. Big.
All right, and here's Denny getting his 40 ball. Best part of this was Isaiah's reaction.